If you like cinnamon rolls, you have to try this recipe. First, you take your warm water and your yeast and set that aside for 10 minutes. Then get out your mixer. This recipe calls for 1 whole egg and an egg yolk. If you don't have a mixer, obviously you can do this by hand. Here's where you add in your flour and your sugar. I had mine pre-mixed already. Once that's slightly combined and your eggs aren't exposed, go ahead and mix in your melted butter and then add that yeast mixture. And let the fun begin. Grab a little bit of your all-purpose flour and just lightly dust your counter. Roll that dough down. While you only see a few seconds, I kneaded this dough for about 6 minutes. Once you achieve that smooth texture, roll it up in a ball. Go ahead and grease a bowl and slap that bad boy in there. You're going to let that sit to the side for about an hour and a half to 2 hours, depending on the humidity in your house. While that's waiting, we're going to go ahead and make the filling. This is literally some softened butter, brown sugar, and cinnamon. You can add in some clove if you're feeling spicy. Just put your lid on your bowl and set that to the side for now. Now that it's been 2 hours and your dough is doubled, let's punch this joker down. That's always the funnest part. Now back onto the floured surface we go. You want this smooth, stretchy consistency. I swear this is the best filling dough of any recipe I've ever made. Flour up that rolling pin and go ahead and start rolling. Then it's time to add the filling. Spread out an even layer of filling and get to rolling. My biggest hack is use dental floss to cut your rolls. This recipe makes 6 to 8 cinnamon rolls depending on the size you want. I wanted really large ones, so I just went with 6 today. Grease up an 8x11 pan and let them set for another 30 minutes. If you do decide that you're going to do 8 instead of 6, then you need to use a little bit of a bigger pan, but not too much bigger. Make sure you tuck the edges in before you bake them. And here's the secret weapon, whipping cream. Add a thin layer of whipping cream to the bottom of the pan right before you stick them in the oven. Recipe calls to bake them at 350 for 25 to 30 minutes. I know the edges probably look a little crispy, but they are so soft and squishy. Had a cute little sidekick for a quick little cream cheese run. And onto the icing. This is just a basic cream cheese and powdered sugar icing. These are absolutely delish. Recipes in the caption. Let me know if you try them.